is my pleasure to introduce one of our very own and our very favorites, Russell Gulley with RadioVisions. How are you this morning?
Oh, I'm fine.
Are you awake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
You better be. You know, we don't have our coffee. I need my coffee.
Yeah. I don't
I need
drink coffee. I have to start my day off with a shot.
With a what?
With a shot.
What kind of shot? You need to explain that one.
Nah. I'll let you use your imagination.
Okay, my imagination is going crazy. Okay. Well, listen, I am so excited about RadioVisions. You've been on here before. There may be people who don't know what RadioVisions is, but just give us a brief description for those who may not know, and then we're going to get to the good stuff.
Okay, good. RadioVisions is a program that is actually a throwback. About 30 years ago was the first round of RadioVisions programs. RadioVisions is a live performance now at the Fort Payne Coal and Iron Building, downtown Fort Payne. And we record the programs for radio. And we're putting together a network now of over 800 internet and international radio stations, as well as the Alabama State Council on the Arts, the Alabama Arts Radio Network, as well as some of our local stations over in A-Comin, here in Fort Payne, both of our local radio stations, and others will be joining us. So our program, like I said, we present a concert live before an audience. We record it, and now I'm glad to say that with our partnership with Steve Black and Mr. Cunningham up at the Fort Payne High School, their new TV production program is actually videotaping the shows now that will be edited with the radio program into a project that I think will be suitable for television. So APT, watch out! Here we come.
Here we come. And you know, I was thinking about that this morning. Perfect title, RadioVisions, and the visions are going to be you're going to be on TV, so you're going to expand, broaden your audience, and also not just TV. The visions. I like the visions because it wasn't specifically TV. It will be on the internet, live stream. So when it comes through WOLW and whoever else wants to pick that up. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah, I'm real pleased. A guy by the name of Steve Foster out of Muscle Shoals is helping me with the. He has a program called Direct from Muscle Shoals that is on the this network of about 800 stations that he has, and so instead of us having to build an audience, we're going to be a feature in his program, so we'll already be introduced to, a worldwide audience right away. But I'm really most excited about, here in Fort Payne, it seems like we're having, like you said, music on every corner these days. And our live production is held every first and third Thursday. And this month, or this week, our special guest that will be on the show is April Mae and the June Bugs.
And I'm excited about that.
Oh, they are favorites. Everyone loves them very much. They are very...
It's just fun to say. April Mae and the June Bugs.
Some guy posted on my Facebook, boy, what a name.
Well, now that you mention that, and we probably just broadened the shot, let's introduce April Mae, and then she's got her June Bugs in the audience. So they're going to be up shortly to play a song for us, so you don't want to miss that. You do not want to miss that. Good morning, April Mae.
Good morning.
Let's see what you've got on your hands this morning. Hold those up and let folks see.
These are my Washboard playing gloves that were a figment of my imagination, and here they are in real life, thanks to my husband, Catfish Dave, and a lot of drills.
Oh my gosh, we're so excited. We can't wait to hear you perform. Well, let's just talk a minute about you coming to Fort Payne. I saw your vehicle out there. Let's talk about that. That is very interesting. I've seen it on Facebook. So what kind of Do you know the type of what kind of van is that?
Oh,
or bus?
It's an E350 Ford 1998. It has a Power Stroke engine in it, which we've converted to be running on vegetable oil. So
You've got to be kidding.
nope. So it smells like cooking food. You know, whatever they were cooking in the oil that we have. Sometimes we have French fry oil. Sometimes we have funnel cake oil, and then we smell like funnel cakes when we're driving.
That sounds like a circus, a
Yeah.
party.
It's very green, and it also saves us a lot of money when we're touring because, you know, fuel is an expense, and grease is not much of an expense.
And you guys are from where?
We're from South Jersey, Dave and I, and Eric is from originally Alabama. He lives in Nashville now, spent a lot of time in Louisiana.
Well, now, I know we need to talk to you some more, but I want to talk to her just a minute to find out. I want to get into this and see what's going on. How long have you been April Mae and the June Bugs? How long have you guys been in business?
I guess it's been about 4 years.
Really?
Yeah, about 4 or 5 at the most.
Well, how did you all get together, and what did you say the relationship?
Oh, well, Catfish Dave is my husband.
Okay.
And we played together in a kind of blues fusion soul band for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we're playing a lot down south as touring, and we played the King Biscuit Festival. And we got turned on to a lot of roots music that we fell in love with. And I really wanted to dig deeper into American roots music, and that's how the June Bugs came to be.
Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. So before you formed that, what was your background? Did you or have you been singing your whole life, or
With South Saturn Delta, I was singing for about 11 years with that group. And
with who now?
Oh, South Saturn Delta. It's kind of a tongue twister.
It
I should
is.
slow down. South Saturn Delta. And we learned it was a tongue twister, and yeah, we would get all kinds of names on the marquee. South Southern Delta, and yeah. Anyway.
So what areas? These guys you're cracking them up.
Oh,
She
good.
told them before the show, please don't make faces at me, and I'm like, please make faces because
I can't look over
They're
there.
cute. I can't wait for you to see them. But now the look. I'm loving the look.
Oh, thank you.
So did you start off with this look, or have you always had this look? Or?
No, I know this kind of evolved from, I kept digging deeper and deeper into music, going backwards in time, and with that comes, music is music that we love to hear, but there's also so much visual quality to artists. And this style that I've kind of incorporated comes from the 1940s. The hairstyle was called victory rolls, and I love the clothes. I love the whole shtick of that time.
So how many outfits, costumes? Do you have a whole closet full? Do you wear this 24/7, except for going to bed, or what? I mean, is this your total look all the time now?
Varying degrees of it. I mean, if I'm going to be home just doing stuff, I don't do my victory rolls,
That your hair. Let me see the back of your hair. Listen, and look at this. Look at this. What a doll, baby. I'm telling you, it's precious.
Thank
It is
you.
so adorable. So how long does it take you to get your hair? Like if you wash your hair,
Yeah.
and then you got to get this look.
The rolls, they'll take like 15 minutes to
Is
roll.
that all?
When I started, it used to take me, the first time I did it, it took me 2 hours. But there's videos that I was watching, actually British videos of people doing this style in London as part of the whole rockabilly movement. And I learned from those folks how to do it, actually. And then I had pictures of American actresses that did it that I would post up to try to copy different ways of doing it. But now I got it down to 15 minutes.
Well, I'm telling you, if you see her walking down the street, you're not going to mistake her for anyone else that you know in Fort Payne. I promise you. You will know that this is April Mae when you see her. Well, so now how long have y'all been in Fort Payne?
I guess a couple days now. We came in Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning we came in. We stopped in Huntsville previously before coming here.
Well, and you're going to be playing tonight
Yes.
at the Coal and Iron Building. We're so excited about that, and y'all have got to come out to the Coal and Iron Building. Now, what time does that start, Russell?
6 p.m. is when the doors open for our artist reception. So come in, get something to drink and something to eat. By the way, I want to say thanks to Mr. Grissom out at Jefferson's for helping us with our food this week for our reception. And
We always love to eat when we go. You eat, you fellowship, and then you are entertained.
yeah, it gives you time to see all your friends and have a few minutes with them, and it also gives you a chance to meet the artist before we start. Then we start at 7 o'clock with the actual production and performance. We start off with about a 15-minute introductory performance. The group will play a couple of 2 or 3 songs. Then we would do an interview segment, kind of like what you're doing here, except on our performance space. And then we'll turn them loose for a full 45 minutes to an hour, whatever they feel comfortable
Turn them loose.
doing.
Turn them loose.
Turn
That's
them
right.
loose and let them perform. The artist, whoever it is, April Mae, or we've had Pierce Pettis, any number of guys there. They then do what they would do if they were performing anywhere at a theater or whatever. They do about a 45-minute, like I say, maybe an hour.
So how did you
concert.
come to this time, this date, to bring them here? How did that come about?
Well, I met April Mae, and I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, I guess. They must have just been starting working as April Mae. Collins Kirby brought them here to Boom Days. And I was a little skeptical, to be honest. I said, who?
Oh, come on. He's saying that in front of you, girl.
Well, I'm being honest, but they won me over
Why
real
were you
quick.
skeptical because of the hairdo?
No,
Or
no,
Catfish? Or what?
no.
Put him on the spot.
I look at music. I mean, it's wonderful when it's entertaining. Music entertains itself, I guess. I dug myself a hole, but I'm gonna
You
get
did
out of
dig
it.
yourself out.
But the point is, I'm kind of like in the Allman Brothers frame of mind. When the Allman Brothers first came on the
Hey,
scene,
that would be a good title for a song.
yeah, when they first came on the scene, everybody was amazed that here's these musicians who just stood there on stage and they didn't wear outfits. They wore T-shirts. They were just old Joes like the guys in the audience, But their music was so fantastic, you were mesmerized. So that's been what Jackson Highway, my band, always wanted to be. That's kind of the realm of Southern rock. So a lot of people, sometimes when I look at an artist and I think of them as being kind of animated, I think of them as entertainers. Now, there's nothing wrong with entertainers. Elvis was the epitome of, an iconic entertainer. So, that being said, when Collins told me about the group, I want you to see this group, and I walked in and I saw everybody and I said, what's going on here?
What do we have here?
I was a little skeptical, but they won
You
me
hadn't
over.
heard him sing a note.
I hadn't heard them sing,
Oh.
and so they won me over, and I thought,
After you saw them or just after you heard them sing?
after I heard them
Oh, that
sing,
may be the president. Let's see who's calling.
after I heard them sing, what I got to looking at was RadioVisions, for example. We present roots music. That's one of our preferences. I mean, we use all kinds of different forms of music, but we look for the root. And this group is very well studied. They have looked at the history of the music that they're presenting. Therefore, their costuming, if you want to call it that, is in the frame of mind to present the music that they're doing.
And that's a big
For
deal.
example, I played with a blues band, and we all had hair down to our yangs, and and I told the guy that was the leader of the band, I said, we need to cut our hair if we're going to play blues because we don't look like a blues band. We look like a bunch of hippies.
You look like a hippie.
I did back in those days. I had a long ponytail, as long as hers. But, so I felt like that in order to present that music and that we needed to look the part. April Mae and Catfish, I've learned to love what Catfish does. He is very animated. And we did a show one time on Elvis's birthday in New Jersey. And Catfish channeled Elvis that night. I mean, you know,
Oh my God! Hey, I wish we had time for that.
yeah. And you know, so now that I've gotten to know them and see what they're doing, I appreciate what they're doing, and it is very entertaining.
Well, that's awesome. That's a
And
win-win.
So you know, it's a combination of both worlds. I know that when people come to see me perform, and it's difficult, to be honest, to go open. I've opened for them several times, and I know what's coming on after me. I rely on the stories of my history of my relationship with muscle shows and that kind of thing, and I do just a straightforward performance. And, you know, so the combination of the two, I think, well, you know, they make me feel like, well, maybe I need to get up and do a little Bobby Purify or something, you know.
But it's a great balance. You don't want,
Yeah.
you know, you can overkill anything.
Right.
And I think, you know, it gives
think-
that variety.
Well, that was what probably I was most concerned about, was the overkill. Okay, is this group being genuine in what they're trying to present, or are they just putting on a face and getting up and almost like doing blackface, you know, or whiteface back in the 20s, you know, you know, what context is that in? And
Well, I'm
after-
really glad that you didn't start doing the routines on stage, because you keep it just like it is. You're great. You are a living legend.
This
Well,
is true.
I'm getting old enough now that I've always said I'm kind of like Johnny Shines. You can go sit in a chair and just play. And you're, somebody asked Johnny one time at his birthday bash, and I'm going to shut up because we need to let them have some time to perform for you. But a friend of mine had gone to Johnny's birthday bash. You know who Johnny Shines is, I guess. He's a contemporary of Robert Johnson's. A Delta blues guy.
That means no, she doesn't know who that is. Right.
And
I
he
was
was-
thinking of John Tavius for a minute.
And he, they were honoring him like on his 75th birthday or something. And a friend of mine, they had all these blues bands get up and perform. And most of them were what we call weekend warriors. Some of them were lawyers, you know, professionals who,
Right.
in other professions who were playing blues. And my friend, who was at the Alabama Music Hall of Fame, he said, Johnny, how do you feel about these white guys getting up and slaughtering the blues? And Johnny says, and I love it to this day, I think about it, he says, I'm the only one that's getting paid just to be here. He said, just for being old and being here. He said,
my gosh.
so, you know, I'm beginning to appreciate my future.
Oh, wow. Well, listen, I'm telling you what, we don't want to run out of time before we get these guys up here. Okay, we've got, now who's coming up? We got Catfish Dave.
Yes. And we have Eric Frey on upright bass.
All right, guys, come on over here. Oh, okay. Y'all tell everybody good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Alabama, and morning, world.
Morning,
Honey, you're on the World Wide Web. Yes, you are.
We're going to give you a little shot of espresso.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do this morning?
I think we're going to start off with an original song that's kind of based on the spirit of the old gospel train songs. This is a song called Hear My Train.
Hit it, baby. gracious, that was awesome, awesome, awesome. I know you're going to do another one, but before we do another one,
Okay.
let's talk about what you're playing over there, Catfish.
Well, this is a cigar box guitar.
Can you hear that?
This is a cigar box guitar. And a friend of mine built this, Jerry Thompson, gave it to me, next door neighbor. And I added some things to it and stuff to do some things. Because you know what? I just want to say real quick here that music to me and to us in the June bugs, which is very important, and I know Russell will agree with this, has to do with everyday living sounds that we live with. Like a train going by, you know, you can get that with that here, or bending the neck back and stuff like that and forth and so on and so forth. Walking like a horse, walking down the street in a carriage, like back in the old days with the blues or with folk music, country music, all live in the birds that you hear, you know, people walking by, conversations you have with guitars and stuff like that, banjos and mandolins and bass.
Let's hear some bass. Give me some chords. All right. Now then, how long have y'all all been in the group together at the same time from the beginning?
Well, Dave and I have because we're married, so he's kind of stuck with me.
Okay, okay. I'm sure he doesn't mind that. Oh, he's happy. He's happy. So when did you join the group?
Well, I did some recording with these guys a year ago.
Yeah, about a year ago.
About a year ago, I went up to Memphis and recorded with these guys at Sun Studio up there. But this is actually my first weekend performing with these guys.
First weekend performing.
We're so excited.
I'm so excited that it's your first weekend performing. You are live on My Town Live. All right, we're going to go out with one more song, but what I don't want you to forget is Radio Visions tonight at the Culinary Building in Fort Payne, diagonally across the street from the Fort Payne City Park at 6 o'clock. Come down, have some drinks, have some food, some fellowship, and then hear some great music and visit with your fellow citizens. It'll be a blast. All right, y'all take it away. Take us out.
I just want to thank you, Angela, and thank you, Russell, for bringing us here.
Honey, you're wonderful. Y'all are great. So much fun. So much fun. We need to have more fun. All right, take us out.
Here we go. Count it, baby.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Hot out of freezer.